Top Producer Summit 2026 is underway here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Clinton Griffiths. Now, Farm Journal's annual event bringing together hundreds of the top farmers and ranchers from across the country here at the Renaissance Nashville Hotel to share experiences, strategies, and get boots on the ground insights from industry leaders. And we've already gotten a great deal of insight when it comes to one of the most important inputs on the farm, fertilizer. Ag Day's Michelle Rook joins me. Michelle, one of the top analysts in the industry, providing new information about what they're seeing when it comes to prices.
Yeah, right, Clinton. Josh Linville of StoneX tells me weather, higher energy prices, and geopolitical uncertainty are keeping fertilizer prices elevated for the 2026 planting season. Now, prices are 10 to 15% higher than last year and near the levels in 2022 when the Black Sea War broke out. Now, that's going to stress tight to negative profit margins for farmers, and it could get worse. Energy and fertilizer markets have already built a premium from geopolitical shocks, and they could move even higher with the ongoing U.S.-Iran tensions. Talks are occurring to de-escalate the nuclear threat, but it's still a risk.
If a military strike starts to happen, we need to start focusing on the Strait of Hormuz. If that happens and Iran starts attacking vessels, that's going to slow traffic. The world will focus on things like energy, oil, gas, and all this other stuff. A lot of fertilizer goes through there.
And according to Linville, it hits just as farmers are gearing up for the spring fertilizer season.
If it were to happen tomorrow, it literally could not be at a worse time of the year, because now all of a sudden you're starting to talk about trying to find this product from elsewhere around the world because we've shut off basically 50% of our urea import supply.
Plus, he's not ruling out the possibility of tariffs on Canada, as President Trump recently threatened up to 100% tariffs for Canada's FTA talks with China.
The thing we need to worry about the most as far as U.S. farmers is potash. We are a big importer for our needs. We don't produce a lot of what we use, so we are very reliant on imports. 88% of those imports comes from Canada. 10% of those imports come from Russia. And both of those are two nations that we have seen him threaten in one way or another.
The massive polar vortex did not have as big an impact on fertilizer production as a few years ago, but it did spike natural gas prices, increasing nitrogen fertilizer prices, and it's also slowed movement.
Now you start talking about barges struggling to get up water, maybe daylight's running only, lower tonnage. That just puts that much more pressure on the basis. That just makes that widen out a little bit more. It's getting us closer and closer to a just-in-time demand model. And unfortunately, this time of year, just-in-time demand meets just-in-time logistics, which are not cheap.
The winter fertilizer supply fill has already been slower than normal due to weather and farmer uncertainty. Plus, he says the market is stressed with up to 95 million acres of corn possibly being planted again in 2026. I'm Michelle Rook reporting for Ag Day.